Good evening, Tallahassee, and welcome to your Monday, November 13th edition of FSU Weather. I am student meteorologist Megan Berry.
And I'm student meteorologist Ariana Goldstein.
It is our last week of shows before the Thanksgiving break, and we have some beautiful weather to talk about. The temps are going to be dropping quite a bit. I know the low tonight is somewhere in the 40s.
So it's fall. Fall is coming. Fall is here, actually.
Yeah, fall is here. I hear Christmas music all the time when I'm walking around.
I love it.
Yeah.
Some people think it's too early, but
I mean, we haven't quite cut the turkey yet, so I don't know why we're hearing the Christmas tunes, but you know, can't complain. It's that time of year.
It feels good though. I love this time of year. It's such a happy time. Everyone feels happy and like positive.
Absolutely.
I just love it.
Yeah, so temps are gonna air is going to be a little bit drier. Temps are going to be a little bit lower. It's going to be a lot nicer. We've been feeling those patterns of cool fronts, then getting warmer again, then welcoming another cool front. So we're just kind of getting used to that pattern.
I think the humidity is finally like gone though for good, because
hopefully,
it went like way humid, then it was gone, and then it came back. But
I know my hair is happy with that dry air.
Oh yes, I'm excited.
Yeah, so everyone get those jackets back out. We're going to be feeling a little bit colder. Maybe get yourself a cup of hot cocoa or something.
Oh yeah, or try those Starbucks holiday drinks.
Oh yeah, yep. I just got myself one of those. Pretty nice.
The BOGO.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yep. So
feel good in the cold temperature. Good treat. Good treat.
Okay, yeah. So do you have any Thanksgiving traditions you're going to be looking forward to?
Well, I'm going home, so I'm excited to go home this year.
Awesome. Well, we'll talk more about that later. We're going to send it out to Walt AJ for his first appearance on FSU Weather.
Thanks, guys. We had a beautiful day in Tallahassee today. You can see currently temperatures are sitting right at 70 degrees. We have perfectly clear skies out there. Dew point right at 58, keeping that humidity relatively low at 66%. Our winds are coming out of the north-northeast. Over the past 20 hours, we can see that this temperature started out at about 65 degrees last night at 9 p.m. and dipped all the way down to 58 at 9 a.m. I know it was pretty brisk out there when I was walking to class this morning, but as those clouds started to dissipate towards the middle of the day, our temperatures rose up to about 75 this afternoon at 3 p.m., keeping a lot of those sunshine around. Today's high temps, Tallahassee right at 75. Much of our region was sitting right around the mid-70s. Apalachicola was our hotspot down here at 79. So our weather headlines, we're going to continue to see a mix of sun and clouds for the remainder of the week. The high pressure will stick around, and those low temperatures throughout the night are continued to dip. Now I'm going to send it back to the desk with a look at some homecoming.
Thank you so much, AJ. So as our temperatures decrease throughout the week, our homecoming week starts to grow this week, so because it is homecoming week.
Yeah.
If you didn't know,
we have a lot of really great events planned out.
Yes.
Well, we were going to be starting with the War Chant concert, starring Solange Knowles, Beyonce's sister, but that actually got canceled.
I was excited for it. You never hear about her. You always hear about Beyonce.
Yeah, exactly. And you always want to know what her sister's up to. But
yeah, I guess we won't find out for a while then. I hope she feels better though. I heard she was sick, so.
Oh, that's why.
Yes, I did hear that. But last year was Chance the Rapper, but sadly Solange can't make it today or this week. But we do have Pow Wow on Friday, and the doors open at 7, so make sure you go. We have 2 comedians.
Yeah, Hannibal Buress, who you might know from the Roast Show on, I believe it's MTV, and Jack Knight are both going to be there. So be sure to head out there, get some laughs, have some fun.
So that'll be a good time. If you're stressed after this week, go there. You'll have fun. You'll laugh it out. It'll be fun. I may go. And then, of course, Saturday we have the FSU versus Delaware State game.
Yeah, and that is going to be a huge game this year.
Oh,
yes. Our streak of consecutive bowl seasons, 4 eligible seasons on the line. And we have to win out from here.
Yes, so it's only going uphill from here. I'm excited. Hopefully we'll win. Hopefully we'll pull it out with the win. Go show your school spirit, and now we're going to take it back to the wall.
Thank you, guys. And today was a very sunny day across the region after some clouds this morning burned off in wake of the cold front. We did get up to 76 degrees after that front passed through, which is a couple degrees above average, but because that cold front went through, the temperatures will drop overnight to temperatures pretty close to the average low for this time of year, around 48 degrees. The current temperatures across the region have come down a little bit from the highs. Temperatures range mainly from the upper 60s across South Georgia to the lower middle 70s across much of the Big Bend region, especially further towards the west and towards the coast, where they're moderated by the Gulf of Mexico, which is substantially warmer. As we go on through the next couple of days, these dew points, dew point temperatures will decrease into the 30s, signifying a lot more dry air. So your hair will not need to be taken care of as much as it would on a normal sultry Florida day. It's a little bit more moist across the Bay and Gulf County coastlines where we do have a sea breeze there. And we have dew points in the 60s. Light winds, but mostly out of the north after the cold front passage. That's going to mean drier air for tonight. And you can see during the last 24 hours we did last night have a little bit of an energy ahead of the cold front. But once that cold front moved through, the milky whites got replaced by this more black color, and that signifies drier air entering the region. And because of that, we will drop to about 46 degrees tonight. That's a lot cooler than last night, about 12 degrees colder. Light wind, so you'll definitely need a jacket, but at least it won't feel too biting cold outside. Tomorrow will be significantly cooler than today because of how far down the temperatures will be tomorrow morning. However, we still will likely reach the mid-70s. Let's take a look at your 5-day forecast. These cool temperatures will be established tonight and will likely sustain themselves through the rest of the week. We do have a little bit of a warm front coming through on Thursday, as evidenced by the 8-degree temperature rise Thursday night into Friday, and then temperatures continue to be quite cool around average for mid-November before the bottom does drop out after another cold front on Saturday into Sunday. Now let's send it over to Ariana with a look across the southeast.
Thank you so much, Tyler. So right now we're going to take a look at our current temperatures in the southeast. Here in Tallahassee we have 70 degrees. It's feeling very nice outside as that sun goes down. And then south of us in Orlando we have 72, and all the way down in Miami we have 80 degrees. So it is a little hot down there, maybe a little more humid than it is up here. But up above us we have low 60s, high 50s. It is much cooler up there, but fall is here, so that explains it. The cool temperatures are here. Our current dew points in Tallahassee, we have 58 for the dew point. Down in Miami, as I said, it is a little more humid at 72 for the dew point. And then above us, it is much drier because it is much cooler up there in the high 40s and low 50s. And for the satellite radar, as you can see, earlier today, you may have seen some clouds like in the morning around like 9 to 10. It was a little cloudy, but then the clouds cleared up and then the sun came out and it was much warmer. But you can see when you're walking to 8 a.m.s or 9 a.m.s, it was cloudy and cold. But down here in Miami, you can see there is rain, and that is from that causes that humidity, and it's still raining and pretty cloudy down there, so you may need your umbrella if you're down in Miami. You can see the water vapor down in Miami and in the south. There is a lot of water vapor, obviously, because it's raining, and there's not much up here in Tallahassee. And right above us in Georgia, it is pretty dry up here. There's a little like dry streak going on up there, but for Tallahassee right now, it isn't really. The air isn't, it's like about perfect. Like it's not really dry, but it's not very moist either. It's feeling good. So the temperature change above us, yes, as of yesterday, the temperature has risen 9 degrees in Atlanta. You could see from yesterday's temperature to right now, it has risen 9 degrees. And Tallahassee has stayed the same. It's been pretty consistent, and it's going to be a little cooler tomorrow. And Miami has gone up 2 degrees since yesterday, and the winds right now, as you can see, are going pretty south. Nothing major, just from that rain down there in Miami, they're going south. It's a little bit of a sea breeze, nothing too crazy. And for our future radar, you can see that down here it is going to stay rainy. Down here in the by the Keys and in Miami, it's going to be rainy. Keep your umbrella with you, or if you don't like the rain, stay inside. It's not going to be the prettiest day tomorrow, but up in Tallahassee, it'll be very pretty outside. It's not going to be, there's going to be not really any clouds in the sky. You'll enjoy it if you go outside. It's going to be feeling like fall. And for tomorrow, Tallahassee, the temperature is going to be 75 degrees. Orlando, it'll be 77. And then Miami, it'll be rainy and 84. So it's going to be a nice day tomorrow. So we're going to bring it back to the desk with Tyler and AJ.
No.
Thank you, Ariana. So earlier this week, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration announced an update that said La Nina conditions have currently begun and may continue through early 2018. So this could potentially impact our weather conditions in the United States this winter and beyond.
Exactly. And one of the major things that happens around here is we actually get much cooler, we get warmer because the jet stream ends up going north of us. And that also means we're drier for much of the winter.
We actually may already be seeing some of these conditions taking their place in Tallahassee. And along the other parts of the United States. We did see some low elevation snow actually last week and some lake effect snow up around the Great Lakes region earlier.
Exactly, and that's a sign of the changing seasons as we get more towards the winter. Big snowpack up in Canada and over in the Northwest, they get more rain during the La Nina years. So in the Northwest, there's going to be more rain, and you can see that because we have several rain showers in Seattle, Washington, for example, right now.
Yeah, we have been experiencing more La Nina and El Nino conditions in the recent years. That is due to the global warming. And now we're going to send it back over to the wall with Megan for a look around Florida.
Thanks, guys. Tyler here, actually.
Sorry.
We had a pretty nice day outside today. It wasn't too hot, it wasn't too cold, it was very mild, and that's going to be reflected in the almanac. Today's high was only 75 degrees, which is only 1 degree average than our average of 74. And our low today was 58, which was about 10 degrees higher than our average low of 48, but nowhere near our record low of 24 that was set in 1968. Current temperatures around the region in Tallahassee were sitting at 70 degrees, which is about average for the entire Big Bend region. A little cooler in Monticello where they're hitting 64, and a little bit warmer up down here in Apalachicola where they're at 71, Perry 72. But throughout the region, Tallahassee is pretty average, very nice day outside today. And those dew points that we're seeing are very low around the region. The higher the dew point is, the more hot and humid it's going to feel outside. So 58 in Tallahassee is not very high at all. It gets a little bit lower as we head up here to Marianna where they're at 53, very nice, and a little bit muggier in Apalachicola where they're at 62. That's because they have some of that moisture coming in off the Gulf. That's going to make things a little more hot and humid there. But around the region, very nice day, not humid at all. And satellite and radar is showing that we're not having a lot of moisture at all in the atmosphere. You can see some clouds coming across the region from the west, but really nothing of note here, certainly nothing that would be affecting us in Tallahassee. Current winds coming out of the north, blowing south throughout most of the region, 5 miles per hour here in Tallahassee, a little bit higher in Bainbridge where they're at 7 miles per hour, and Apalachicola also 7 miles per hour, and a little bit lower in Wilma where the winds are coming to the southwest to 2 miles per hour. Throughout the region, not a whole lot of winds, nothing too crazy outside. Tonight's forecast is going to be very cold, 46 degrees, going to be cooling off nicely, so if you're heading outside, make sure to grab a jacket, or you could just stay inside, grab a blanket, watch some Netflix. That's what I would do. Winds are going to be coming from the northeast at 5 miles per hour. In tomorrow's outlook, 71 degrees with a mix of sun and clouds, very dry conditions, and again, wind coming from the north-northeast at 5 miles per hour. And throughout the next 5 days, we're going to be seeing that mix of sun and clouds the whole time. Thursday, there's a slight chance of rain at 20%, and Saturday, also game day, slight chance of rain at 20%, but it should be a pretty good day. Temperatures are going to be in the low 70s, 72 tomorrow, 71 Wednesday, 70 Thursday, and eventually climbing back up on Friday to 78 before lowering down a bit to 76 on Saturday, and the lows are going to be mid-40s, low 50s throughout. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and hand it off to our other Tyler, who's going to give us a look at the Weather National.
Thank you so much, Tyler. Temperatures are cool across Tallahassee for the time being, but let's look at the rest of the country, and so you can see behind me 44 degrees right now is the temperature for Minneapolis, 42 for Detroit, and 38 for Boston, showing an area of very cold conditions. You can see this little conch shell from North Dakota down towards Kentucky and up towards the East Coast. That is a dip in the jet stream, and that's part of the reason why we are going to be cooler here across the southeast. However, across the west, it is mild but rainy across the northwest, as we explained. That is because, in part, due to the La Nina, and the temperatures are significantly warmer across the west of the United States, with an area of high pressure really blocking any cold air to the north across the northwest. Across much of the nation, it's very quiet. We do have a couple of snow showers across down East Maine, across upstate New York. They are Adirondack Mountains, and also across northwest, the Olympic Mountains. We have this area of low pressure located just off the coast of western Washington that's providing a fire hose of rain really for that area, and a couple of showers across South Texas. But other than that, there really aren't that many fronts across the region, and as a result, most of the country has warmed up with the absence of fronts across most of the country, especially across the west, as I said, with that high pressure really dominating. That's where you're going to see the highest raises in temperatures, but even across the southeast. Now, these are mainly because of clouds being absent. That means that temperatures are able to rise with more sunlight. It's pretty moist across the central United States. Here's a big depression of some more dry air, and that's what dew point measures, how moist or dry an air mass is. However, that has not gotten to South Florida with a dew point of 72 degrees in Miami. Moisture, you can see this sort of an atmospheric river here across South California, moving through Arizona and New Mexico. However, this area of dry air just to the north of this is what is going to be dominating our weather. However, across the country, because of all the dry air, we really do not have many advisories except for high wind warnings and some snowpack in the western Washington region. So if you're there, get ready for some skiing. Tonight, temperatures cold across the east with warm temperatures extending into Dallas, Texas, and Oklahoma, the Red River region. Tomorrow, temperatures will be nice and seasonable across the south and pretty warm, but a couple of cool spots across the north. Now let's send it back to the desk with Megan and AJ.
Thanks so much, Tyler. So here on the Monday show, we like to be well-rounded with our weather facts and information. So something kind of irrelevant to Tallahassee, but still important to the nation. Earthquakes. We have some facts right here that we're going to talk to you guys about.
Yeah, so earthquakes involve the powerful movement of rocks in the Earth's crust. They rapidly release energy and create these seismic waves that travel throughout the Earth. Scientists use seismometers to measure the magnitude of these earthquakes, and they can be pretty deadly.
Pretty powerful. We actually saw that Mexico earlier this year had a very tragic earthquake, and something that caused a lot of damage. I think several people actually died from it. We don't get too many earthquakes here in Florida, luckily. We are just stuck with hurricanes and flooding and everything else. But
all sorts of natural disasters.
No earthquakes. So talking about Florida, we're going to go ahead and take a look at weather around Florida. We got some nice conditions throughout the state right now. You can see Tallahassee clear and 70 degrees tonight. The entire state is feeling pretty comfortable. Miami peaking around 80 tonight. Pensacola at 73. So we see a pretty low temperature difference throughout the state, but still pretty nice in those low 70s. We can look at our satellite and radar right now. Tallahassee, Big Bend region, just a clear spot on the map as we move through Monday evening. South Florida sees a little bit of precipitation and showers, some pop-up stuff, but that's going to be moving rather quickly as we go on later tonight. We can take a look at our water vapor and see evidence of all that rain with that moist air moving over the region. Mid-Florida saw a lot of dry air move over our region, and Tallahassee will see some more dry air as we move on into the week. Our 24-hour temperature change, not much in Tallahassee, actually nothing in Tallahassee. We're sitting at 0 degree temperature change for the region. Pensacola, though, they got 8 degrees warmer, so no evidence of a cold front there. Tampa as well, 5 degrees warmer. My hometown, Fort Myers, just 1 degree warmer. So some changes throughout the region, but not too much. Current winds in the region, we see 5 from the northwest in Tallahassee, Orlando 10. West Palm Beach is 14, so they're getting some gusts down there in South Florida, once again from the northwest. We can go ahead and take a look at tonight's forecast. Things are dropping a bit. We see 51 degrees in Tallahassee, South Florida 68. That's quite a treat for them. When you're in South Florida, you're used to those muggy hot temperatures, so they are feeling very holiday-esque down there in South Florida. Miami's at 73, and Key West, of course, a little bit warmer at 74. So Sunshine State's sitting pretty nice tonight. Tomorrow's forecast, here we go, 84 in Fort Myers, West Palm Beach getting a little bit of rain. Not much more rain on the map today. 75 tomorrow in Tallahassee, looking pretty nice with that sun to accompany those lovely temperatures. Pensacola as well, they're getting 72 in sun. Jacksonville, a mix of sun and clouds at 70. Orlando 77. So mid-Florida's sitting a little bit more cloudy than the northern part of Florida tomorrow, but things are looking pretty nice. Temperatures are going to be dropping just a bit as we welcome that cold front and that dry air, but right now we're going to send it back to the desk.
Thank you, Megan. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at some interesting weather history facts that took
yes.
place today throughout history.
Yes, very exciting.
Did you know, Ariana, that in 1934, the first dust storm of the Great Dust Bowl era that happened during the Depression occurred today? The dust storm, which had spread from Montana all the way to the Ohio Valley the day before, prevailed from Georgia to Maine, resulting in a black rain over New York and brown snow in Vermont.
Wow, that is interesting. If it ever rained black, like black rain, not very yummy.
Yeah, I've heard of acid rain, but never black rain.
Black rain, gray snow. They always say not to eat the yellow snow, but they never say don't eat the gray snow.
That's true. I would definitely avoid that.
Yeah, keep that in your mind when there's dust storms, I guess. And also in 1946, the General Electric scientists produced snow in Massachusetts when they were cloud seeding. So they're trying to make it rain, but it was cold and they made it snow.
That's crazy. I wish they could bring some of that down here.
Oh,
make it
yeah.
snow up here
Make it snow in Tallahassee. I think that happened like 2 years, 3 years ago, but I haven't seen it since I've been here.
I would love
to. I love snow. I would love to see some snow down here.
And then in 1953, strong southeasterly winds associated with a Pacific cold front reached 70 miles per hour at Sacramento, California to equal their all-time record.
Wow.
The previous record had been established in a similar weather pattern on December 12th of the previous year.
Wow. That'll feel like a hurricane almost.
Yeah,
not like a crazy big one, but that's a lot of wind.
Yeah, I mean, we were definitely seeing stuff like that when tropical depressions and storms blow through the area.
Wow,
so to think
that's a lot of wind for this time of the year too. That'll make it cold.
In Sacramento, California.
Yes, I've actually learned that the wind does not actually change the temperature of the air. It's the evaporation of water off your skin. So it would have made you feel colder, but not actually the temperature outside. I just learned that in class. What do you know?
You learn something new every day.
Yes, exactly. Now we're going to send it back to the wall with Megan.
Thanks so much, guys. Not quite cold enough for snow here in Tallahassee, but things are still really nice. 70 and clear outside. Beautiful conditions for your Monday night. Humidity's relatively high, so it's kind of muggy outside, but we're going to be seeing some dry air, so just hold on for a bit longer. 5-mile-an-hour wind, so things are pretty calm outside as well. Current conditions throughout the southeast region. Look at all those clear skies we see. Valdosta, Tallahassee, Panama City, Dothan, Montgomery, the whole southeast region is seeing very clear skies, very calm winds, and very mild temperatures tonight. So it is a lovely November evening tonight. Our 24-hour temperature change, though, we do see some changes throughout the region. Macon is the hot spot right here, 11 degrees warmer than they were this time yesterday. Montgomery, 9 degrees warmer. Pensacola, 8. Panama City, the outlier here, getting just a bit cooler, 1 degree cooler, so not much. Once again, Tallahassee not seeing any temperature change, so things are pretty consistent for us. Our Sunday and Monday nights were identical. So we're going to take a look at mid-Florida. Orlando, 3 degrees cooler. Gainesville, 3 degrees cooler, but they're getting some wind down there as well, so a little refreshing for them on their Tuesday night. We can take a look at our radar. I really don't have much to point out. We don't see any precipitation, very little cloud coverage, and that's a good thing. It's going to be a clear Monday evening. Temps are going to be nice, so go ahead and make plans to go outside tonight if you're done studying for midterms. We're going to take a look at our relative humidity in the region. 66 in Tallahassee, 77 in Quincy. Look at that difference right here. This is the mildly uncomfortable range, so it's muggy outside, it's humid. We're nothing we're not used to in Florida. Down by the water, of course, they're a little bit more moist with that sea breeze blowing in with 73 and 78. So it's kind of humid right now outside. Like I said, we're going to be seeing a cool front drying us off a bit for right now. Just hold on to that hairspray as we sit with those relative humidity points. Tonight's forecast, 46. That's a low temperature. We haven't seen much 40s all year. It's going to be cooling off very nicely. 5-mile-an-hour winds tonight. So bring those jackets back out and get used to those fall temps because it's going to be cooling off tonight. As for tomorrow, 71, a mix of sun and clouds, dry conditions like I said. So humidity is going to be going away. Dry air is going to be moving in. Calm winds are welcome as well. Mix of sun and clouds tomorrow. It's going to be a beautiful start to your week before Thanksgiving. Taking a look at that 7-day, a lovely 7-day. We see partial sun every single day. Rain chances on the board twice, Saturday and Thursday, but just low rain chances. Nothing that causes for a scare or anything. Don't just keep that umbrella packed because we're staying pretty dry. The highs are looking pretty nice. The lows are looking even better. 40 on Sunday for your low. That is just very cold. So layers on Sunday night. Just beautiful weather for the next 7 days. We're going to send it back to the desk to wrap up the show.
Thank you, Megan. Well, I don't know about you, Tyler, but that 7-day was looking pretty good.
Yes, and especially for the weekend when we get a little bit cooler. I personally like the cooler weather, but even if you don't like the cooler weather, then next week's Thanksgiving you can go out of town because next week we really don't school other than Monday and Tuesday. However, we do need the rain. We haven't seen rain in almost 2 weeks.
Right.
Here in Tallahassee.
What I really like about the forecast, that 76 on Saturday, though. It's going to be real nice when you're sitting out in the stadium watching the game, that must-win game pretty much against Delaware State, which hopefully we'll be able to pull out. But that's going to be a good day.
I think we will. Delaware State does have only 2 wins in the season against. I wish I knew the teams, but they're so scared. It's like pulling it out of the hat.
Certainly a game you would expect us to win,
yes,
for sure.
But I mean, this season has been anything but.
That's
that could
true.
be expected. But also, we do have the 20% chance of rain on Saturday. So hopefully it doesn't rain on our parade, being homecoming, and then we also have that concert afterwards.
Right, of course.
Right after, and in order to get in there, you need a ticket to the game. So if you're a student, I recommend you getting a ticket. But why don't you bring up the social media?
Make sure to follow us on Twitter. You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/FSU Weather. You can also watch us live on YouTube at youtube.com/FSU Weather/live. And make sure to follow us on Instagram at FSU Weather. You never know, maybe we'll post one of your pictures on there.
Yeah, Instagram always needs love, but Twitter is our most active account. For all of us at FSU Weather, I'm student meteorologist Tyler Harton.
And I'm student meteorologist Tyler Bird. I'll see you next time.